What's up YouTube, how you doing? This is Mr. Tiebox123, and in this video I'm going to be bringing you my full review of the Nokia Lumia 710. Now this is the slightly cheaper baby brother or sister to the Nokia Lumia 800. They both come pre-installed with Windows Phone 7.5 Mango, which is the latest edition from Microsoft. This one in particular sports a 480 by 800 WXGA screen. It's a 3.7 inch screen and it's got a pixel density of 252 ppi. It's got 8 gigabytes of storage and also 512 megabytes of RAM. Comes with Wi-Fi, BGNN and also Bluetooth version 2.1. It's also on the back got a 5 megapixel camera. This is capable of shooting at up to 720p at 30 frames per second and also comes along with an LED flash. Now let's just take a little tour around the hardware. On the front we've got the proximity sensor and also the earpiece. On the bottom here we've got 3 hardware buttons. So we've actually got a back button, a Windows home button and also a search button. These aren't capacitive, they're actually physical buttons, which I actually prefer on a phone, but just to let you know that they are not touchscreen buttons, they're actually physical buttons. Up the side here we've got the volume up, down, and then we've also got a quick action button to get ourselves straight into the camera. On the other side it's completely blank apart from a little nail clip there to be able to take the battery off, where you'll get access to the 1300 milliamp hour battery and also the micro SIM that you'll need to use this phone. On the top we've got a power button, the micro USB and also a 3.5mm headphone jack, and then on the bottom we've just simply got a little area to put the lanyard strap into. Now in terms of the buttons and the design and the feel, the look of the phone is actually quite generic. You couldn't really tell this apart from a whole bunch of other phones that are out there at the moment, and the feel of the buttons is just a little bit soft for my liking, not very responsive, but do feel like they will actually last a long time and not wear out under prolonged usage. Now on the back it's got a kind of plastic cover, but it actually feels as if it's rubber, and much like the Nokia Lumia 800 it really does make it an absolute pleasure to hold in the hand. Feels very, very comfortable and doesn't feel like it's going to be kind of sliding off anywhere. Now unfortunately there's no front facing camera on this phone, which is a bit of a disappointment. I think if they'd have chucked that into this phone it really would have made a huge difference in terms of the actual people that might be interested in buying it, but hopefully in the next devices we see we will get that front facing camera. Now, like I said, it comes with Windows Phone 7.5 Mango, and as you can see here, it's literally just a tiled based operating system. You can actually hold these tiles down and you can shuffle them around, put them in any order you want, and you can actually change the color of the tiles and also the background, but that's pretty much the maximum amount of personalization you're going to be able to get on Windows Phone 7.5. Now it comes installed with quite a decent range of applications. This particular one's from Vodafone, so you get the Vodafone Hub, which is actually quite a useful little application with loads of games and various other bits of information. You also get the Sky News application as well, which is a fantastic little application, runs really, really well on Microsoft Windows Mango, and everyone will actually really enjoy using that. Keeps to the kind of form of the actual operating system in the way that you navigate yourself around it. Now also we get in here some information telling us about some of the good applications that are featured in the market. We also get Internet Explorer. Now Internet Explorer really does give a fantastic browsing experience on Windows Phone 7.5, and even on this kind of relatively small 3.7 inch phone displays reasonably decent text, and most of the pages load up fairly quickly. If you have got some small text, it's definitely not like any kind of Retina display or higher quality display, so you will have to kind of double tap and zoom yourself in to read some of those smaller characters. Just wait for this website to load up here. This is probably more of a problem with Vodafone's website than it is with the phone. Let's just load up another website here. and there you go, you can kind of see the quality of the display. The whites aren't quite as good as they could be, but when you zoom in, everything's nice and clear, doesn't degrade at all. The only thing I will say about this screen is the viewing angles aren't particularly fantastic, and when you do start kind of moving it around a little bit, it does become a little bit more difficult to see. Now also in here we get Xbox Live for mobile gaming, we get the calendar, pictures, music and videos. Music and videos are all powered by Zune, so you get a really nice kind of user experience, and navigating through videos and also music is actually a nice thing to do on this phone and works really well under Windows Mango. One thing that's really fantastic about the Windows operating system is the keyboard. When you actually go into the keyboard itself, although it's quite a small keyboard, it's very easy to use and always seems to come up with the right letters, even though I'm typing completely the wrong ones there. But it does have a nice keyboard and you can generally type in it quite fast. The predictive text does work extremely well as well. Now in terms of call quality, I find the speaker just a little bit quiet, not the loudspeaker, the actual earpiece speaker. Could do with pumping that up just a little bit, but the actual loudspeaker itself, when you put it on loudspeaker, is actually quite loud, and when you replay music through that as well, that works really well as well. Now on top of some of the core apps that they've put in, we also get Nokia apps and also Nokia Drive, which is a completely offline turn-by-turn navigation system that works fantastically well. Now as you can see here, it does actually take a reasonable amount of time to launch the first time, but subsequently to that it does actually work reasonably well. And like I say, you can use this completely offline as well. It's not picking up a GPS signal at the moment, but generally that works fairly well when you're actually outdoors. Now overall, the Nokia Lumia 710 is a great phone for the price. I don't think you'll find many phones on the market for the price of this phone that give you the user experience that you get through this particular phone, and also the build quality as well. Nokia keeping up to their highest standards in terms of build quality. It's not the most fantastic looking phone. It's not going to make anyone jump up and say, oh wow, what phone are you using? But for the money that it is, I definitely think it's a worthwhile purchase, and I think anyone who's sort of set to under the £200 mark should definitely take a close look at this phone. Anyway guys, thanks very much for watching, really do appreciate it. Please do hit that like button, subscribe if you're not already, and I will see you all in the next video. See ya.